Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to Will and Wise,
the Dog Show Drive.
That's right. I'm Will Alexander.
And I'm Y.
That's right, you are Y. And this week on the drive, we're going to talk about the Top Dog Dinner that just happened in Calgary, the CPHA Top Dog Dinner. We're going to talk about Evelyn Kenny's 40th anniversary and the huge views that Virginia Lyon got for her Best in Show judging.
Yep.
And also, we're going to talk about the top dog race because it's getting close in a lot of areas. CKC updates and news, and a heartwarming corgi poem just for Christy Francis. All that
and more
on this week's Will and Wise, the Dog Show Drive. Well, howdy, Y.
Howdy, Will. Only because I lived in that city, I know what you have on your head.
Yeah. Well, I was judging at Calgary this weekend at the Evelyn Kenny show, and we got the white hat ceremony done Saturday night. So
pretty
all
impressive.
Of us judges got a white hat.
Got a white hat.
Yeah.
So now you think you're one of the good guys.
There's a snake in my boot.
Looks good though. Looks good. Yeah. So now in case you ever need to go to a cookout or hit the dusty trail, you're ready.
My head gets sweaty though.
As you well know, I do not wear hats because of
they don't fit on your head.
They don't fit on my head. And then I just look like Bozo the Clown anytime I try to put a hat on.
I used to look like that, but I don't have that kind of volume anymore.
You used to look like that when you were in high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
High school.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, well. Yeah. How was your week?
My week was good. I rewrote my judge's exam on Sunday. I got that done. Yes. And I think I did.
You feel good?
Yes, I'm very confident. I did well on my exam. Very confident. Yeah. I'd like to thank Shelley Garrig here in Thunder Bay that proctored it for me. She's done that for quite a few judges in our area. So Shelley's great. And then I also
want to... you're in a remote area.
Yes, remote.
Yeah. Did she have to fly in?
No.
Bill Barilko Airlines?
No, she just came on her walker down to the door of her apartment complex and let me in.
Excellent.
But no, it was very nice of her to volunteer her time for me. And another big shout out to Marg Fenich at CKC because she's
fabulous. She's great to work with.
She's great. So hopefully I'll know what the results are before they break for Christmas.
The end of this show.
This just did. Yes, exactly. If I do get it, I should post it on our
breaking news.
Get Megan to post it on our Facebook page.
Exactly. That might be considered solicitation, though.
Oh yeah, never mind. Nothing. So I'm looking forward. That
always goes through my head when I get something, but you see them all posted everywhere.
I know, and that's the funny thing, right? Exactly. Everybody, I just passed, and I'm like, well, congratulations. So what else did I do this weekend? Well, I just honestly, I just was studying. I studied hard. I did absolutely nothing else but study for my exam. Darren worked all weekend, so I didn't really see him. He didn't see me. It was just me and Fanny studying for our exam.
And breed standards.
Yeah. It was just the breed standards I had to redo.
Yeah.
So that was that.
Excellent.
And, but I did keep track of what was going on out west, though. I was trying to.
I know. You had messaged me while I was in the middle of judging something.
I'm very good at that. I'm very good at that.
What's happening out there?
What are you doing? Are you still judging? Who'd you see?
Oh, well. Yeah.
So how was it?
Oh, it was wonderful. Yeah, Evelyn Kenny, Kennel and Obedience Club, I think it's called.
Yeah, yep. They're an obedience club too. Yep.
Yeah, it was great. It was their 40th anniversary.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it was a big deal, and they made a big deal of it. Sean does a really good job.
Yeah.
Sean and Rhonda, they do a really good job. And the whole membership.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the whole membership do a great job with that show.
That's always been a club. That club it's not a large membership club, but they're very devoted, and they're like a really good working club, working club. And I remember when Sean and I did the show services for them, that club was, they were one of the easier clubs to deal with because there was people that everybody knew their job, they got it done. There wasn't any, questioning.
And they had homemade shortbread cookies too.
Yeah, I heard that you got shortbread cookies.
Yeah, with little Scotties on them. It was great. Every time I came back to Lid's, Lid was my ring steward. Every time I came back, if I was chewing something, she's like, "It's in your mouth." Nothing.
When sometimes people don't know, but when we say Lid, we mean Linda Torrance
from Show Scene Magazine.
Yeah. So, but Lid is our nickname for her because it's not like we like to call anybody by their real names.
And she was out there ring stewarding. She ring stewarded for me. She is probably the best ring steward there is. There's a lot of great ring stewards, but Lid is really organized, and she keeps you on schedule. So she's a great ring steward. She pokes fun at me once in a while, but other than that, she's good.
Well, anyway, so what else? What else? And they also had did they not, and did you not?
Oh, we had the Top Dog Dinner there.
Yeah. Were you not the master of ceremonies?
I was co-hosting with Sean Nichols.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And it was the Canadian Professional Handlers Association Top Dog Dinner, rewarding last year's top dogs. And they also did the top junior handler and top obedience handler, obedience junior handler. It was once again, Shannon Shear.
Yep. Our friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Yeah. She's the one that pushes all this and puts it all together. And without Shannon, we probably wouldn't have a CPHA Top Dog Dinner.
No, so I highly doubt it anyway.
Yeah. So,
or if we did, it would be, a potluck in someone's setup.
Yeah. Congratulations. Thanks.
Exactly. Wouldn't be the elegant affair that it's become known for. So, and then great. They also hand out a top. Isn't the top owner handler?
Yeah, top owner handler. Top dog that's owner handled. Yeah,
right.
Like the highest top dog that's owner handled gets the owner handler award, which I believe is the Kshniga award. From
yes,
Dick Mean and Dr. John Reed Newson. And then there's also the Bryn Mill Award for Top Terrier, which is donated by the Frasers. Well, June Fraser was Tom and June Fraser.
Tom and June.
There's a lot of history there in the awards as well.
And the Renwick Sportsmanship Award.
The Sportsmanship Award, yeah.
We could probably tell everyone who won those.
Do you have them in front of you? Or are you going to rely on my memory?
Well, I'm gonna partially rely on my memory from what I saw on Facebook. So the Renwick Sportsmanship Award. Renwick. Red Rum. The Renwick. I can't say it. Wenrick.
Wendy. Rick.
Wendy
and Richard. Wenrick.
I know. I got it. See what I have to go through all the time, people. Anyway, that went to Xander Shriver, fan of the show. And let's say
I won it 1 year too.
What's that?
I won it 1 year when I was showing dogs.
Really?
And I remember going up to the stage saying, "Oh, thank Christ, it's finally happened." It's taken a long time.
And the owner
stopped being a sport. So.
Anyway, and the owner handler award went to, was it not Sydney?
Sydney Robinson.
Sydney Robinson with the soft coated Wheaton. And what was the other? The Bryn Mawr also.
I also went to Veronica.
Veronica the Wheaton. And then the Lifetime Achievement Award they handed out too this year.
Yes, to Bob, Neil, and Whitney.
Yeah, which is
that was like, I loved all the awards, but that was my very favorite because that there was so many great stories. And Bob went up there and he told that he wrote a speech. And Bob, I don't know if any of you don't know Bob Whitney, he is so funny, but he is so dry when he's being funny.
So dry.
So you have to wait for the response, and you don't know exactly what he's going to say. And it was great. They were both great. I've known them so long. They've been part of my growing up years in the dog show world, it's just the way it is. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and it was really not shocking, but there was over 56,000 people watched the live stream of Best in Show on the Saturday
night. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Virginia Line did Best in Show.
Virginia from BC. Yep.
Yeah, she had quite the viewership.
She did. Yes. So do you have your other judges? Do you know your other judges that were there? Make mention?
I do.
All right. Are you going to read them out?
I can do that.
Oh,
I'm just intercepting a message and telling my mom that we're doing the podcast. Unless you want to hear my mom talk too.
I haven't talked to Pam in a while.
It was a good panel of judges. We had from Ontario, we had Sandra Alder there. I don't know if you all know Sandra, but she's a Dalmatian breeder, and I've known Sandra forever. She even comes to my handling classes. She did a great job. I watched her judge. She did a wonderful job. Dr. Tomas Jackal was there as well. I think he's from Hungary.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he is from Hungary.
He's also the president of the FCI. Thomas is.
Oh, okay.
And we had a lot of fun. He's quite a character, and he's fun to watch judge because there's a lot of knowledge there. And of course, Virginia Line was there doing Best in Show, and she also had to do the toy group on Sunday because the reason I was on the panel is because Richard Powell had to back out for personal reasons. So I was Richard Powell for the weekend, but I don't judge toys yet. So Virginia Line judged toys.
Oh, nice.
And then from Finland, we had Tina Talo, and Tina is a poodle breeder, and she was so much fun. We had so much fun with Tina. Yeah, she's a lot of fun, and she's a very good judge. And also, we had my brother Thomas Alexander from Manitoba. He was there. And another from Finland, we had Jussi Limatinen. I hope I got that right. I'm not sure I did. We just called him Jussi all weekend. And he was here a couple years ago in Aurora, and he judged the garden last year.
Yes, he judged the garden.
Sat behind him. Yeah. And then we had the famous Desi Murphy. He was there.
Murphy,
he is unbelievable. He does not forget anything. He can tell you who went best to breed in 1972 at the garden and whatever breed you want. Like, he's unbelievable. It's his birthday today too.
Yes, we're recording on Tuesday. Yeah.
We're recording Tuesday, which is December 2nd. So December 2nd is Desi's birthday. And then we had Will Alexander from Ontario. I got to watch him. I can't say enough nice things about him.
I can. What?
But yeah, that was a very good panel.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. And but what I did notice, there was an absentee at the dog show, which I'm used to seeing when I go out west.
Yes.
And friend of the show, Darlene Wildchalk she was not there.
She wasn't. Very sad.
Friend of the show, Dar was not there, and I was hoping and looking forward to seeing Dar. Dar was my assistant. Well, at the same time you were working,
she worked in the kennel. Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
We had good times back in those days.
We sure did.
Well, Dar and I, we moved because we all lived at the house at one point, and then Dar and I moved out into an apartment. Downtown Milton when Milton was
downtown Milton.
Yep. But the apartment that she found for us, it was a condo, and it was really nice because it was a newer building. It was beautiful, but it was like an old folks home. we were the young chicks on the 14th floor, and that's back when they didn't do a 13th floor, so we were technically the
actually a
13th
13th
floor.
So but if you guys were a sitcom, that was a perfect setting, right?
Oh, it really was. And at one point in time, all of our brothers like crashed at our apartment for a period of time, each one of our brothers. So both Raymond and Jason, and then Darlene's brother, Darren, they all were living on our couch at one point in time.
I gotta take this off. I'm sorry.
Are you having a hot flash?
Yes. And I was told that I put my hat down wrong because I was putting it down on the desk like this. Yeah, and then some Calgarian said, no, I came and I had to do it this way. So
yes, do it that way.
But this way I can put stuff in it too. So, hang on. I got to fix my hair.
Fix your hair. Fix all four of them. Gosh. There you go. All right.
You got hair for radio.
Today you do. So do I, actually. My hair's not that. That's why it's up.
Did I make it worse?
That's why it's up. Do you know what I did? You know what I also just realized is that we started planning for the garden. So
oh my, yes.
Yeah, so everybody got their airplane tickets booked except for me. So everybody's got
because sales going on right now.
It's not as good as yesterday. That's why I'm looking at my Air Canada thing, and I'm PO'd because I didn't book my ticket yesterday because I have to call Air Canada to make sure that whatever airplane I'm on, the dog will fit on.
Right.
Right. So now I'm mad. Now I'm wondering if I should wait to see if there might be a better. Will I luck out and get a better deal, or like at least better than this crappy deal now? I'm mad. But I did book a hotel. I'm proud of myself. I did that. I got that done. And I said to Faith and Hope, because they're coming with me, and my mother, Merry Christmas. I will pay for the hotel.
This is your Christmas present.
This is my gift. My gift to you. You do not have to sleep on the streets of New York City. It's either that or they were all staying in Uncle Raymond's room.
I'm sure he'd love that.
Love it. So anyway, so anybody who is going to the garden, it is time to start definitely making some plans because it's going to be it's a big deal this year because it's the 150th.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we're all hoping to go to watch Ray.
Yeah, well, that's why even some of my friends from Thunder Bay, not dog show people, they're coming to New York too. Like
to watch Ray.
To watch my brother judge at the garden.
So, he's going to do a great job. He's
I have great confidence in him for sure.
Yeah.
But that's just what I'm being distracted at the moment. That I can't. My seat sale is not as good as it was yesterday. So anyhow, what else do we have on here?
Well. This is interesting. This is an email from Kathy Dixon, she's an exhibitor. She's been a breeder as well, but I think now she's just basically an exhibitor. She has a Beef Hounds, but she came up to me at Trillium, I believe it was.
Yeah,
and we didn't really know each other, but she said that she'd known me indirectly since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So she sat down and told me this story, and me being me, I said, well, you got to send that to the show because that's a great story, and I won't remember all the details.
No, you won't.
Just not that it's on purpose. It's just the way it goes.
The way it goes.
But Kathy was born in Glasgow, and she arrived in Canada, I want to say like 1975. But she was from Glasgow, but her parents were from Ireland. So she has a bit of a twang. Like she sounds Scottish, but there's a bit of an Irish thing in there as well, too.
An Irish lilt through it.
Yes. In Canada, she moved to Canada in 75, downtown Toronto, and she had no dog, but her family she grew up with dogs. She had her uncle had Scottish. Her uncle looks like he had Dobermans, Scottish Doberman Club of Scotland. And she always had big dogs, and she had always had dogs around her. So when she moved to Toronto, and she had no dog, she was in an apartment, so she wanted a dog. In 75 to 78, she finally had a house, so she answered an ad in the Toronto Star, and it was an Irish setter, and his name was Prince. They're all Irish setters named Prince at some point, right? And it was a nice dog. She got papers for it, blah, blah. I think she doesn't say how much she paid for it here, but I think she told me it was like $50 or something like that. It was, or $100.
The going rate
I can't
back
remember.
then.
Yeah. And, but she went to the CNE, which I believe she meant the sportsman show. And she took him there, and he wasn't trimmed or anything the way we trim them over here. And some Irish setter enthusiasts, including my parents, stopped her and asked her about the Irish setter, and then decided to help her get the dog groomed for the dog show. And she said, I was there as a kid. So in 78, it would have been 12, I guess. 12 or 13. And running around the dog show. At that point, I probably thought I was, pretty important, but I wasn't.
All that in a bag of chips. Yep.
But she just remembers how welcoming the Irish Setter Club and the people were to her at this dog show and helping her with this dog, Prince. And then we fast forward. So I see her back then, 78. And we fast forward to the 80s, which is, she says early 80s. I'm guessing probably around 85, 86. And she had a Bouvier from the Paquettes, from the quiche, and she needed a handler. All the handlers were booked. So my boss back then offered me up as an apprentice. So I got to show her dog that weekend in Peterborough. And I showed it again somewhere else. And then moved later on so I still haven't really met Kathy. I've indirectly met her, and I met her because I showed her dog as Gary's apprentice, but I don't really know her. And then later at the Super Dog, she was performing with the Super Dogs, which was a big deal back in the 90s, or late 80s, early 90s. It was a big deal. Herb Williams would travel across the country with this Super Dogs.
I remember seeing Super Dogs somewhere.
Oh, yeah. They even did a movie, like a real movie, Hollywood movie about Super Dogs. One of my dad's dogs are in that movie.
I remember, the one thing I remember about Super Dogs is I think it's a greyhound jumping over like this wall. It's like a wall. It's so high, and they build it and build it and build it, and this dog just keeps jumping higher and higher. Like, it probably was like, if you asked me, I would say it was 30 feet tall. I was just a kid. It was so high.
Back then, the Top Dog All Breed got to travel with the Super Dogs the next year as like an exhibit. For the crowd. So her friend Sue Trout, who also is a friend of mine, she walked into the CNE with this stunning Irish setter, and Kathy ran over and said, "Who is this gorgeous dog?" And it was Beef. It was a dog I showed in 87. So she knows. So then that was her other next direct connection with me. And then finally, in February of 2015, she was sitting in a bar in Florida touring Westminster, and the Best Joe Ring comes on, and Miss P wins, and people next to her, she's like, I know that guy. He's Canadian, and his name is Will. And so we didn't really talk to each other until this past year in Trillium. But it's funny. It was just amazing how we had indirectly been in contact since 78.
Yep.
I feel like Kevin Bacon.
Yes. And these are the tales. Yep. Yeah, it was good.
But thank you, Kathy, for sending that in, because I thought it was such a great, heartwarming, funny story, and it just shows how the connection to everybody is in this world, and it's a small world and a big family. So
it's true. Incredible. It's so true.
Yeah,
that's good. Aw, how nice.
Yeah.
Ah, how nice. So. Well, I guess we should probably get on to our regularly scheduled stuff.
Get on with the show. This is it.
So let's do Across Canada, driven by Show Scene Magazine. Show Scene, where every dog takes center stage. So the past weekend, we had Evelyn Kenny, Kennel and Obedience Club, and that it was 3 shows. The total entry was 1,354 dogs, which was up 300 dogs from the previous year. So that was great.
Must have been the panel.
Probably.
Although I wasn't on the pre-list, I don't think.
No, did you not have you had a permit there? Or no, I guess you didn't.
No, I don't know. I didn't have. You
didn't have anything. No. Yeah.
I was going there just to co-host the dinner with Sean.
The dinner, and then as it turns out, you got a bit of a gig out of it.
Yeah, I got a gig out of it. I got my white hat.
Yes. Your head's going to get hot, and then you're going to complain, and then you're going to have to fix your 3 hairs again. And then, anyway.
Sometimes you just want to be a cowboy.
So, yeah. Anyway. So, and in Ontario here.
Fatness. Anyway, sorry, go on. Kennel Kennel Association.
Yes, Kennel Kennel Association was happening in Mono, Ontario this weekend. It had 3 shows, total entry of 886 dogs, which basically it was same as last year, only down negligible amount. Negligible.
It was up 6 dogs.
Yeah. But the previous year was down, like that down. Never mind. Anyway. That was across Canada, presented to you by Show Scene Magazine. Show Scene, where every dog takes center stage. Why are you laughing at me? Anyway, seeing as we don't really have many shows left in the year to discuss, we thought we would now, in these last few weeks of the year, let's discuss the top dog race.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
Right. It's
See
not
what's
like
happening.
we can change it.
No. So anyway, Canuck dogs.
Or influence anybody in any way.
No.
Like
who really listens to us?
My mom. I really like that dog.
Me. Your mom
is there
and
a
mine.
beagle in the top 10?
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of reminds me of Olaf.
Also for $50.
Also for $50.
$50. So anyhow, the top dog race, and this is brought to you by Canuck Dogs, your source for Canadian dog show events online and all the standings that you care to look at over the years. So as we all know, the Siberian Husky is going to be number 1.
Yeah, she is far and above. There's no catching Taffy. And in fact, she's not even being shown right now because she's being bred. So
there you go. So when you work hard through the year, you get to take December off.
Yeah, well, she's not taking it off.
Well, I was going to say something else, and then I was like, oh, it's a family show, so maybe not.
It's a family show. But the next couple are some real...
I think like the next 3... That could juggle around a bit. Do you not think?
Yeah, for sure.
So the first one is Lake Ridge. Put that in your hat, and that is the
standard poodle.
Yeah, standard poodle. Would have been helpful, Megan, if you would have put the breeds beside these. And the next,
I know.
Because you're like, I think that's what it is. I'm trying to remember kennel names. Then Free Spirits, Fix Me a Double at Terrapin. That's
the Saluki, because Free Spirits is Mary White's kennel name.
Okay.
See, this is what I'm doing. And now it's Free Spirits Salukis.
This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to whose kennel name is that? And then Suyen's Ziggy Stardust, which is the Shih Tzu of. So that is they are between the standard poodle and the Shih Tzu. There's only about. That's less than 200 points.
Yeah.
Correct? Yes. Do the math, Yvonne. Carry the 1. Yep. Less than 200 points. Yeah. So within those 3, and now we're looking at shows that basically, a best in show can change the picture.
Yep.
For sure. Because what's next weekend?
Well, this coming weekend is Brantford.
Brantford, yeah.
And there's also something down east. And there's something in BC. So,
right. And then, yes, there's the Winter Classic shows this weekend in BC.
Right.
So, and I think
and then there's one left after that, the Elora Gorge.
The Elora Gorge.
If you build it, they will come. Show.
Yeah. Yes. So now these 3 dogs that are in the top 5 here. Well, even the top 5, because the Black Magic Woman, Bon Wild Black Magic Woman, that's the Manchester, correct?
That's the Manchester, yeah.
So all
her and the Lakey bitch are neck and neck now.
Right. So
the Lakey bitch went best in show the last day at Evelyn Kenny and narrowed the gap.
Like that. That. So, and that's the thing, that the Lakey bitch now gets to go to those, if she's, we would assume she's going to the BC shows, so she won't have the Manchester to compete against, but then now the Manchester, has to, and that's the thing that maybe some people don't understand about top dogs. Like, depending on where you go, you still have to compete against these other dogs that, also have these great careers going.
Well, when you're in this kind of race, you want to compete with them.
Well, it's true.
If they're there,
then
at
you get
least
to knock
one
them
of
out.
you gets ahead. But if they're somewhere else, you could just balance each other out for the weekend.
Yeah,
like I was given some advice back in '91 to come out west and go head to head with somebody to try to scout. Well, to go head to head, I banged my head against the wall. Is what I did. For 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I wish I was home.
There's no place like home.
There's no place like home.
Right.
But it's amazing what these end of the year shows can do to the rankings.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the bigger numbers at the end of the show. I remember in 1987 when I took Impresario, which was beef. To Credit Valley. And that wasn't even the Skydome. That was the Credit Valley show back at the exhibition. And I was number 3 going into the weekend. And because he won 2 of the best shows, he popped up to number 1.
Yep. So, okay. I was just checking out who's rounding out the top 10. So, but even in between the Irish Setter and the Beardy, that could change as well. But I think the rest of it probably will basically stay the same. Well, actually, 10 and 11, if you go on to Canuck Dogs, 10 and 11, 10, 11, and 12 are all very close. So if any of those, the Italian Greyhound, the Golden Retriever, and the Bull Mastiff.
They could punch their way into the top 10 with some good results. Yeah,
exactly. So.
Yeah, so
it's always exciting at this time of year.
It sure does. Like I remember we talked about it earlier on. They were I forget what year it was, but it was. But there was 2 Salukis being shown, and they're both.
Oh, right, we were talking about this.
They were both big winners, and Bob Whitney had one of them, and he always used to say he was number 2 Saluki, number 2 Hound. Then because the Saluki won top Hound that year that was out west, the Belsabrom dog, I believe, Jared's Bell. I forget the dog's name.
Not Bob Whitney, Bob Rowbottom, wasn't it?
Bob Rowbottom owned the dog, and Bob Whitney showed the dog.
I was unaware of that. That
happened again in '87 when Bob Rowbottom owned Watson, and Bob Whitney, not Watson, Raffles, English Center at Guys and Dolls, Raffles O'Neill, and Bob Whitney showed him.
Yeah, that was funny. I remember you told me to say something to Bob Rowbottom the one time.
Yeah.
He laughed.
I miss Bob Rowbottom. Yeah. He's such a nice guy. There's no nicer guy than Bob Rowbottom.
Yes.
But it's culminating to quite the end of the year for some of these dogs.
Yes.
And I remember how stressy it was back then when you were in contention and you didn't know if you'd still be where you were at the end of the weekend.
I know, because that's the thing now. You jump on Canuck Dogs and you're like, oh, you know exactly where you stand. But back then, before I think
it was better mentally back then, not knowing, because you could just go show your dog and then hope for the best that by July, when the stats came out, you were on top of the world. Remember that year, that night in December? Well, I beat you. It's 6 months later. Who cares, Will? It's over. Get over it.
And that is so funny because that's kind of like how it is. It's like, it's done. And the results came out. Oh, look at that. I remember thinking, wow, really?
I think I told the story about the stats before, didn't I? About Doug and Bob Whitney. Have I told that story?
Yes. Where Bob.
Doug was convinced he had beaten Bob, and Bob, who was the best at keeping the stats, Sunday at Credit Valley, Doug, approached Bob about who was top terrier, and Bob gave him his points, and Doug said, I beat you. I'll come July.
Not so much.
I think it was June. I think I'm overreacting. It was only June. But,
no, I'm pretty sure the top dog issue came. Well, I guess you knew knew in June because the top dog issue came out in July.
Yeah.
for dogs in Canada. Yeah.
Back then, Joan Morton was back at the CKC counting out the. Oh, there's 2 more for the English Center.
She was a good statistician. Yeah.
I was convinced I wasn't going to let that happen, so I was trying to buy some wins somewhere else. Can you buy me some wins? And never mind, Will.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's what the top dog race is looking at right now. We will keep you updated next week after these shows. Just in. Yes. And
this will change. I'm sure this will change next week.
Yeah, I think so too. I believe I believe that to be correct.
Manner of the year. Oh, I
wonder if we could get like all those betting websites going.
Yeah.
Right? I wonder if we could.
Well, Bob Whitney used to do betting like that off the cuff, and also in the States,
Paul
Anderson and Ryan Wolf do that too. They do a betting at the beginning of the year. You have to put in who you think is going to be top this, top that,
yeah.
And then at the end of the year, they go back and see who won, who was right at predicting it. So.
Yeah, that's funny. All in good fun, folks. All in good fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sure.
So that was brought to you by Canuck Dogs, your source for Canadian dog show events online. And when does Allura Gorge close? Is it the 11th or something? I think so, eh?
I can just quickly tell you if you'd like.
Well, I'm not going.
I can, because I'm on Canuck Dogs, so I know it's only a few clicks away.
Only a few.
Allura Gorge closing Thursday, December 11th.
What a memory. What a memory, folks.
8 p.m. Eastern time.
And that's who does that show? Is that Joey?
You're asking a lot.
Or MJN, I mean? I think so. Yes?
I think you're correct. But I'm not sure. I want to just double check.
Let's just double check because we don't want to give out any misinformation.
MJN Show Services, yes.
I was correct. Okay, so there.
Yep.
So next Thursday.
But you can't guess that because sometimes it changes. Even clubs that for a long time have been so-and-so, they...
Yes.
You know.
Yes. My head looks really shiny.
There's a snake in my boot.
Yeah. Do you know what I have found recently?
No, I don't. A penny.
No. What I have found recently, have you not found your skin to be super dry? Okay, maybe it's just me. I don't know. I've turned on.
Well, you're up there in the north. It's dry
the heat goes on, and I'm telling you, I cannot moisturize enough.
You're rubbing against trees and stuff.
I am. I'm like a bear. I'm so itchy all the time. Every time Darren walks by me, I'm like, scratch my back. And he's like, get away from me.
Is this leading to some new sponsor? So now I moisturize with.
Currently, I use Mary Kay and Jergens.
So if someone wants to supply Yvonne with moisturizer.
And you can ask my Mary Kay lady. I am faithful to my products. And I use them all the time. But no, I just found, and as an aside for people, then I've noticed this with Fanny, she's getting pretty staticky every once in a while. Yeah. So,
well, especially if you have electric heat at all, it gets really dry in the
electric
dogs.
Heat's terrible, but yeah.
Vitamin E. I add vitamin E to their. I used to add vitamin E to their food in the winter months just to keep them a little more moist.
I'm gonna up her conditioner when I be the not rinse so much of it out. But anyhow, that's just a little tidbit for people to know. You know, I'm dry and I need more moisturizer. Anyone's thinking of a gift, send in to the Dog Show Drive. Why needs moisturizer? Not so much lip chap, but just
lip chap,
chap lip.
Chapstick.
I call it. Darren's a big lip gloss
chapstick.
Chapstick. So I always call it his lipstick, and he gets so mad at me. But it's fun.
I wasn't fired. I was let go. There's a difference, you know.
Exactly. Let's see. Oh, so let's go to the topic of the week because we've got quite a bit of stuff, and it's mostly all CKC related. So,
and before we get started, though, I'm going to tell you we're at 39 minutes. So when you see me subtly signal you, that means we're almost over. We're almost up to time.
Okay. Got it.
All right. If you see me go,
wrap it up. Okay. Anyway, so our topic of the week is brought to you by Leading Edge Dog Show Academy. Your success is our success. And I hope you got in on some of the Black Friday deals because there were plenty to be had. So we found this week a few Facebook posts that garnered quite a bit of attention and response from other people. And they mostly had to do with the CKC questioning the membership on their opinions. The first was posted by Ramona Bauer of Zone 4, Ontario North. And what this was about was the discussion of the storage unit and historical dog registration records. And so basically the long and the short of it is the CKC is looking at getting rid of these records because it's costs just over $9,000 a year to store this information.
Yeah. Wasn't there a TV show, a reality TV show? They all bid on Storage Wars or something like that, and they bid on the storage.
There is. It's called Storage Wars. Yeah, and they go to those storage units, and that these storage units have been abandoned.
Are not being. Yeah,
they've been abandoned, and so the storage.
They auction them off.
Yes, and so
sometimes you get some great things, sometimes you don't.
They whip up the door and you get to look in to see if you think it's anything of value, and then the bidding starts. I've watched that show. I wonder
if that's what's going to happen with our records. What am I going to do with this stuff?
Well, now that you say that like that, I've got bingo bango. I just got myself an idea.
Wait a minute.
Just wait a minute. So anyway,
George says bingo bango. Anyway, go on.
So,
but great things are accomplished only by the perfection of minor details. George Olson, that's my T-shirt.
Oh, okay. That's nice. All right. So you can probably go find this because this is a CKC item. So I think you can find this on. If you go to the CKC website, it should be listed on there somewhere. If not, you can find it on Facebook. Maybe I'll have Megan repost it on our page if anyone wants to go take a look at this, because this is a concern, because this is our historical records. And, and we're not talking about who said what at a dog show or whatever. We're talking about breed registration,
stud books and breed book
and pedigrees, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway,
the King and I, Yul Brynner.
That's right. I gotta watch that. That's a good Christmas kind of movie to watch. Anyway, we digress. So Megan's given us a summary here. The CKC storage units and historical dog registration records. The Canadian Kennel Club stores historical dog registration records on microfiche and microfilm in 2 rented off-site storage units. These cost approximately $9,100 per year, including tax. Although the CKC has an on-site site view scan reader to access these records when needed, requests for this archived information requests are rare. Past efforts to digitize the records were explored but stopped due to high projected costs. The board is now being asked to review whether continuing to store these records is necessary. So key considerations. Physical storage costs are relatively modest but ongoing. Records could potentially be stored at the CKC office instead of off-site units. Member requests for historical data are infrequent. Digitization, that's a hard word to say. You make me read a lot. I've come to the conclusion, especially when I start slurring words and I'm not drunk, that I need a break. Anyway, digitization would improve long-term preservation and accessibility, but at a high initial cost. Recommendation for the board. The board must decide whether the microfiche microfilm records are still required. 1, if not required, explore proper disposal options. And if still required, consider alternatives that reduce costs or increase efficiency, such as consolidation, relocation, or pursuing a phased digitization approach. So what are your thoughts as a membership and as, public in general? What are your thoughts on this? Remember to reach out to your zone rep, as this is on the agenda for the December 6th, 7th meeting, which is this weekend. So if you're hearing about this and you want to get more information, please, your zone rep that's how you get your voice heard.
That's right. They're your voice.
Yeah. So I think we've got something coming in next week to discuss.
We're hoping to. Yeah. We're hoping to.
I think we have some
archivist that
an
said
archivist.
They have views on this for us. Yes.
Yeah. To tell personally, my personal opinion on this is that we should not be getting rid of that. We should figure out something to store them, either digitize them. And I even when you were talking about. I don't know what triggered this thought in my head, which was like approximately 3 minutes ago. But I'm thinking, like, if they're going to decide to get rid of these, maybe send it out to the breed clubs, like the national breed, like for English setters, like ask the English Setter Club, do you want the records of the English setters?
Right, it's an idea.
Right? I'm a genius. I am a genius. Gold, Jerry. Gold.
You are a stable genius.
I am. Well, anyway, but I think, something like this, I don't.
Thank you for your attention to this matter.
So anyhow, and I hope they don't just go, nope, we don't want them. And then flush them all down the toilet.
Like I do when I'm cleaning my closet. Nope.
No.
Don't even try it on. You have more than years. Throw it away.
It's a 6-month rule or whatever they have it. Anyhow, so that's the first thing that we saw on the internet. And then the next one was, and this one got a lot of comments. The second, another post was, what is your position on setting up a mixed breed registry? Now, we couldn't find any support on this in the upcoming CKC agenda, but it could always be falling under the new business. So maybe this is why it was posted, because it was posted by a zone rep as well, which is to be brought up.
Our staff would not tell us this if this wasn't somewhere legitimate.
Exactly.
Our research staff.
Yes. So just offhand, the general general consensus, so the comments, an overwhelming response from comments is a strong and categorical rejection of the idea of the CKC creating or supporting a registry for non-mixed or unrecognized dogs. Also, every comment expresses a firm no, absolutely not, or a hard no. The key themes in what we read in the comments was it contradicts the CKC's purpose. So many state that allowing mixed breeds or unrecognized dogs into a registry directly opposes the CKC's mission, constitution, bylaws, and longstanding identity as a purebred registry since 1888. A threat to your credibility. Commenters believe that such a move would damage or destroy the CKC's credibility and the integrity of purebred dog breeding. Concerns about backyard breeders. There's a strong fear that a mixed breed registry would legitimize backyard breeders, puppy mills, and designer mix marketers, raising prices and misleading the public. No need. Other systems exist. Several point out that mixed breeds already have ways to participate in performance events through other organizations or existing identification programs, so the CKC does not need to take this on. Resource and cost concerns. Some note that the CKC already debates the cost of maintaining purebred archives. So it's like coming around to like them in the behind. So creating a new registry would add unnecessary work and expense. Preserve the CKC's focus. Most agree the CKC should stay dedicated to purebred dogs, breed standards, responsible breeding, and governance of conformation performance events, not mixed breed registration. A very small minority supports only the idea of performance-only identification option, but not registration, and not if tightly controlled. So that was the response online to this question. So do I have time to go through?
Well, if we can summarize it, we're at 49 minutes. So
okay, so we
this is a really interesting view.
It is an interesting. Okay, so I'm going to try and summarize this as best as I can because there's a lot here, which is and it's very good. So I'm going to try and hopefully I can hit on the the points.
Main points.
So Amanda Kelly Amanda Kelly, she wrote, we asked her some questions, and so she wrote back, and she said, a listener expressed the view that the CKC would benefit from exploring structured pathways for
this
the
is
development.
what Megan wrote, a listener expressed the view, because she's the listener.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, you're right. See, I did try to read this, but so
it looks like Megan already did try to summarize it. Okay, but it's a big summary. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, for as much as you try to help me, let me tell you, a listener expressed the view that the CKC would benefit from exploring structured pathways for the development and potential recognition of new breeds, including those with mixed lineage. They noted that breed creation has historically been a dynamic and ongoing process. Stud books were open for much of the 19th and early 20th centuries. Unregistered dogs were shown well into the 1930s and 40s, and crossbreeding within established breeds was not uncommon. They also observed that many other animal registries maintain formal mechanisms for guiding emerging or mixed lineage populations toward full recognition or registration. The listener referenced modern examples such as the Labradoodle, the Australian Cobber Dog, to illustrate that contemporary breed development mirrors the evolution of many established breeds in the 19th century. When deliberate cross, it is true.
Most breeds start off as crossbreeds. So let's just get it right there. Right?
Yeah. Exactly. And then it wasn't until like purification of lines that you get to the purebred, right?
I guess how many generations they have to be before they consider them purebred. But it happened with, like in the UKC, they bred pointers and Dalmatians to get rid of a kidney issue. And
yes. Well, and and I showed cats for a stint there.
Epica, champion Epica. I know. I had her. She was my cat.
So we bred exotic short hairs. Well, exotic short hairs basically look exactly like a short-haired Persian. And in the short hair registry, you can have what they call a long hair. It's a long-haired short hair because they come from the Persian, and you can breed into Persians and still have your cat be what they consider purebred because the DNA is basically the same. It's just the gene, the long-haired gene, that is the differential. And you would breed back into Persians occasionally to make sure you kept the body type and style that you want. And then you breed out for the coat. So anyhow, so this happens all the time. They emphasize that the rise and decline of breeds have always been tied to human interest, egos, and that early dog fanciers. Well, it's true. And early dog
not necessarily egos, but also for jobs.
True, yeah. And that early dog fanciers
certain breeds and make the job easier on the dog.
Mm-hmm. And that early dog fanciers embrace novelty and exploration, qualities the community seem less inclined to exercise today. They suggest that the CKC could play a leadership role by helping shape the development of emerging types rather than dismissing them outright. The listener also pointed out that numerous historical breeds have disappeared, raising the question of whether reviving an extinct breed is considered more acceptable than creating a new one, and whether that distinction is meaningful. In conclusion, they argued that investigating possibility does not obligate the CKC to adopt any specific policy, but it is a sensible and forward-thinking step. Remaining open to discussion aligns with the history of dog breeding and positions the club to adapt to modern realities rather than being constrained by reluctance to consider change. So that was the synopsis of what was.
And the thing is that they have to somehow determine if it's being done as a sales pitch, like some of the doodles, or is it being done for a useful reason for the dog's importance in its role, what it needs to do.
Right. Like, is there a reason? Like, what is the reason for this breed?
Like, if you just want to do it because you want to be able to corner the market on the fluffy French bulldog, well, I'm sorry.
Right.
No.
Exactly. So that was
be some sort of guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
It's really interesting, and Amanda is she's amazing at these type of things. And she's proven it as a breeder of her Manchester. She's.
Well, the thing is that we do have some more information, which we will share with, if people are interested, we can share with them next week. Let's see if this does show up on the CKC agenda.
Right.
Or was just this just a something online. So let's keep some of this information for next week as well. And
I think this next one is really, you know what, it makes. You and I have spoken about this plenty of times.
The Kennel and Bench?
The Ring Steward Education program.
Oh, that. Oh, right. Okay.
You and I have spoken. So I think somebody up there is listening to us.
I think so too.
Somebody up there is listening to us and taking heed of what we say.
Exactly. So that was the other notice that was put on the interweb was
once we get into the new millennium, we'll be okay. Get off the YouTube.
So I bet you can watch it on the YouTube.
On the YouTube,
the CKC has developed a Ring Stewards course.
Education program, yeah.
Yeah, so an education program, and anybody can take it. I don't believe you even have to be a CKC member.
Beginning with Ring Steward Education 101 Confirmation All Breed, December 1st, 2025.
Yep.
That's fabulous. So
that's a great idea.
We always needed that.
Yeah.
And our second idea, if someone's listening, I think we need to have a seminar or education on junior handling judges too.
Yes.
I think junior handling judges need to either
I think they should be regulated.
Or take a course before they're allowed to judge junior handling. Because how many times have I watched junior handling where they've chosen a club member that's never goes to dog shows except for their own once a year, and they have these kids doing pirouettes and S's and T's and V's and X's and then jumping around the dog. And no, they need to be more structured, and the kids need to be adjudicated correctly.
Yes. Agreed.
So if someone's listening up there, we have Big Brother listening.
This thing
that's
on.
what we think should happen.
This thing on. Yeah, for sure. I agree, but this ring stewarding that's a great.
That's great. That is a great idea.
It is a great steward.
The same thing happens, and no fault to the members of clubs, but they get thrown into positions that they're not ready for. They don't never ring steward before, so they go, yeah. So Yvonne, you're going to ring steward here. Will, you're going to ring steward here. Well, I've only ever made cookies for the club before.
Yeah, but you know what? The other thing I found too, and because I'm the chief.
Another penny?
Yep, I'm rich now.
In fact, we don't have pennies anymore. So
no, exactly. Because I'm the chief ring steward for my club, and I've asked people to be ring stewards, and these are people that have shown dogs for years and years, and it is surprising that they cannot do it. It's shocking. Actually, it's shocking.
It is,
but it is true. And there's a technique to being a good ring.
When do they decide they want to be judges?
Okay, don't be mean, girls. Okay, so anyway. But that is also why part of the judging process is you have to have so many. What is it? 60 hours of ring stewarding. You
Something
have to
like
have.
That,
yeah. Anyhow. I think
that's a great idea. And,
yeah, I actually like ring stewarding.
I like ring stewarding too.
I like ring stewarding.
I enjoy it.
Yep. Okay. So bravo CKC.
Yeah,
and,
bravo. We have
our...
2 minutes left. Can you get the next thing done?
Yes, I can, but I just have to say thanks to our sponsor.
Okay.
Well, who was that? Who was that?
Kennel and Bench, sponsored by Pro Plan, trusted food of champions.
Trusted.
Back to you, Yvonne.
Yes. So Megan found this. So in the spirit of Christmas, this is Christmas for Corgis. And this was published in December of 1973. So
I was 8.
I was 3. All right. Was I 3? No, I wasn't. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Never mind. Nothing. Carry on. So, Christmas Eve and all is quiet. Two tired corgis at last have retired. When all of a sudden came very loud roars, and 8 corgi feet all at once hit the floor. Round and round the house they ran, until by the tree they found a man. They wondered if he was friend or foe. He looked so bright from head to toe. Both drew back when he chuckled, ho, ho, for that was a sound they did not know. Then he reached down and patted each head and told the corgis to go back to bed. Then under the tree he placed with care all sorts of treats for the corgis to share. Balls and squeakies and rawhides to chew, cookies and candies and other treats too. There was so much fun when morning came. They jumped for joy and played happy games. Never before had they known such a day. Christmas for corgis. Why not both say? I don't know what. That's it.
That's the writer, Evelyn Jones Poe.
Evelyn Jones Poe, yes.
Yeah, you'd think it was Christy Francis. I wonder if Christy Francis went to bed
she knew this.
Christmas Eve to this story. I wonder if someone read this story, Christy Francis, when she went to bed on Christmas Eve.
Yes. If not, we could this year for you, Christy. Just let us know.
Friend of the show, Christy Francis. Corgis for Christmas. Christmas for corgis.
Christmas for corgis. So anyway.
So get in your jammies and we'll read you that story.
Yes. So that was brought to you.
She owns jammies.
That was brought to you by ProPlan, trusted food of champions. Is that it now? Are we done?
That's it. We've done it.
So don't forget to like, click, and subscribe to the podcast. Check us out on our Facebook page, The Dog Show Drive, Canadian edition. Email us with your ideas and your comments and more at dogshowdrive@gmail.com. I need a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So,
take us away.
All right, everyone, going to the last few shows of the year. Please drive safe, seatbelts on, glasses on. Till next week, guys. Bye.
Take care, guys. And there is a snake in my boot.
No, there is not.